Our TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week is sponsored by Civista Bank and by Matthews Ford Lincoln. Hi once again, everyone, and welcome to TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week, Round 3 of the playoffs. Week 13, we still got football going, and that's a good thing for both these teams. 9th-seeded Perkins Pirates at 9-3 on the year, taking on the number 4 seed Port Clinton Redskins at 11-1. And that number 1 in the loss column for Port Clinton goes back to week 3 of the season when these two teams got together. And it was the passing game and the defense that led Perkins to their 1-point win, 21-20. And boy, what a fun game that was. So you would expect much more in the rematch. Drake Venerucci, couple of acrobatic catches, if you can remember back to week 3, both in the end zone, and caught 98 yards worth of passes on the night. Colin Nemitz had only 102 yards that night, which is kind of a tribute to a young man. I mean, you can say he only had 102 yards in a ball game. And Port Clinton's Cam Gillum really led the Redskins that night, but another story to that. Our pregame brought to you by Noble Axe's Axe Throwing in downtown Sandusky. Gillum threw the ball so much that night because the running back, Garrett Cornell, just really wasn't a healthy camper. And he threw 4 interceptions that night. He's only thrown 8 all year. So in the other 11 games combined, only threw 4 interceptions and threw 4 in the first meeting of the year, which turnovers tells the story. Told the story in that game, and that's going to kind of unfold as one of the storylines in this one here tonight as well. Jalen Santoro, head coach of the Pirates, over watching Perkins dressed in their road uniforms. And boy, I'll tell you what, I'm going to attribute both sides of the field here as far as the cheering sections were concerned. Both sections had great themes for the night. It was holiday night for the Perkins students. It was a readout for the Port Clinton fans. And it all amounted to a fun night. Here's your fan of the week, and it's brought to you by Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield. Yeah. Good to have you all on board, and you can see this is the tough side of the field to be sitting on that night, too, because the wind was blowing right in their faces. It's your fans of the week for Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield. And we saw our first snow this week, by golly, so who knows how quickly they're going to be making some snow down there, and folks will be enjoying some wintertime fun. It's a family affair. It is time to stay close, stay warm, and that sucker probably should last the whole game, too, so that'll keep that young one entertained all night long. Perkins High School Marching Band making their entrance onto the field as well. These two teams actually met in the playoffs the previous year, last year, and the Redskins came away a winner 41-20 in that game. So Perkins really avenged that one in a big way earlier this year with their 21-20 victory. That game was played out at Firelands Regional Medical Center Stadium behind Perkins High School. So look across the way to the home stands where the Port Clinton fans would be sitting, and the pregame done by the Perkins High School Marching Band. Now we'll look into the student section where it is a Christmas out. Yeah, the Campbell Street Crazies. You see, when we had a playoff game last year, we couldn't do that. Look up into the stands and see all the students there, and it's been so much fun this year having that back again, and just a little lesson in not taking things for granted. Always photobombing is Grace Diedrich, of course. Has to be in on the picture. Port Clinton High School Marching Band also on the scene. for the game as well, seated in the south end zone. Sorry, I don't compete with drums and cymbals. They're just a little bit too loud. Great look at the Perkins cheerleaders, and Santa is ready to deliver a Pirate victory, and these are the guys that are ready to try and deliver it for the Perkins faithful on hand at Strobel Field at Cedar Point Stadium. That's your pregame, and it's brought to you by Noble Axes. The fun of axe throwing. They're in downtown Sandusky at the Marketplace at the Cook. And there's a look at the fall environment that we've been enjoying here the last couple of weeks. First quarter is brought to you by Old Fish House in Huron with knickknacks, snacks, and of course those ever important BS facts as well. That's the most important part of the whole deal. That's probably what you'll find more of than anything else too, isn't it? All right, here we go. Perkins kicking off to start the game, and Port Clinton will control the football first. And the opening kickoff out of bounds to Port Clinton at their own 35-yard line is where they'll start. This is Cam Gillum, the junior quarterback, and the senior running back in Garrett Cornell. Second down and 8. A funny thing, we talked in the pregame comparing all the offensive numbers of these two teams and how they've got great passers, they've got great receivers, they've got great runners. Nobody ever talked about the defense. We didn't anyway. And talking to Coach Bo Carmen of Port Clinton after the game, says, nobody ever talks defense. But the defense has really played well in this game. Take away that one to Colton Yarborough, but that's not going to count. So all of the fun and the festivities across the way are taken away by that little yellow hanky, which had an ineligible man downfield for Port Clinton. This is our second look for Matthews Ford. Gillum on the run, finding Yarborough well behind the Perkins defense. And that's kind of like a freebie for the Perkins defense. Don't let that happen again, because this one is not going to count. Nobody downfield yet, celebrating in red, saw that yellow handkerchief on the field, so they get marked back to third down and 9 on their own 36-yard line. It was their record-setting wide receiver, Josh Hurst, picking up a first down to the Perkins 45. He is the all-time single-season pass record holder receptions at PC. This is Tyler Webb, who also does a lot of pass catching, but does a lot of running out of the backfield as well. Second down and 6 from their 49. Cam Gillum, who really has not done a lot of running this year, particularly, ends up being a big key in this game as he picks up 17 right there to the Perkins 34-yard line. Going to get a good look right there at the fans gathered across the way, and they took up a good portion of the bleachers. It takes a lot of people, though, to fill up this stadium at Strobel. So look at Bo Gillum, the head coach of the Redskins, in the background. Watching this play develop to Garrett Cornell, who gets a first down and 10 all the way down to the Perkins 16-yard line. And then comes the pass reception and fumble recovery downfield by Evan Witter. Ball being fumbled forward gives the Pirates bad field position, but it does get a stop for the defense, and that's the important part right here. Look at Cam Gillum on the toss out into the flats, and very reliable wide receiver in Tyler Webb, but Ball coming loose, and Witter on top of it. So Perkins would start on their own 4-yard line. And it's kind of what we've seen all year long, and it almost looked like it was his old man, really, that slowed him up more than anything else. Solid 16-yard pickup by Nemitz on the first snap of the ball game for Perkins as we take a look again for Matthews Ford. He ran right over the top of Caden Nixon blocking downfield. And, you know, in all fairness, the guys blocking downfield, you never know where Nemitz is going to end up. I think Colin even knows that. He just kind of ad-libs as much as he can. That one's only 1 yard to make it 2nd down and 9. Garrett Cornell, you see, doing a job on both sides of the football for PC. It's now 3rd down and 7. Now, the wind blowing in this game would definitely have an effect on the passing game, kind of like a southwest wind, which Perkins is going into right here. Josh Hurst cutting down Logan Lesh, the quarterback, shy of a 1st down. So Drake Venerucci goes to work as the Perkins punter, and as usual, he always gets a good roll on the ball. Redskins start on their 39 at the 5:07 mark of the 1st quarter. That's Tyler Webb on the pitch, and he draws a whole host of white jerseys. 2nd down and 8. It really looked like Cornell just kind of stumbled as he came to the hole, so got only a yard to make it 3rd down and 7. Gillum batted down at the line of scrimmage. So a punting situation for the Redskins as they go right back to the Pirates. And speaking of good rolls after the punt hits the ground, this backs the Pirates all the way up to the 12-yard line. So for Nemitz, it's back to work again. Redskins stringing it out, but not before a 7-yard pickup where it would make it 2nd down and 3 out on the 19-yard line. Lesh up top. Tyler Webb. First turnover for Perkins. So each team now has turned the ball over once. And see, this is going into the wind right now. And it wouldn't quite have enough gusto on it because you see Rowe had a couple of steps on Webb, but Tyler's a good athlete, and he goes up and just robs that ball away. So out on the 43-yard line, the Redskins go back to work once again. It's on their own 43. And that ball just kind of squirted loose from Gillum, but luckily, as he was falling, he could fall right on top of it again to make it 2nd down and 12. Tyler Webb kind of stringing that out to the sidelines before Lamar Everett gets him. It's 3rd down and 3. And it's a big play to watch right here. Watch Cornell. See that ankle get rolled up underneath him there, and that was not good for the Redskins. You can see Cornell. And this is not a kid who's going to lay on the ground and hurt if he's not really having an issue. And you can see him grabbing that left knee. Watch the way he kind of gets twisted underneath his pile. Little face mask that they got away with, but there's that left knee right underneath. It just got rocked back on, and that's one of the dangers of the game, unfortunately, and it just really hurts. So now they'd have to kick the football away, but here's one of the big miscues of the game. Jaden Rowe like, oh, what just happened? And, of course, you want to catch the ball inside the 10 if you can. However, the wind is blowing this way, and it makes it very, very difficult. Now, will it go into the end zone if you just let it hit? You don't know. Trying to do the safest thing, and watch Jaden. He knows. So that would give the ball to Port Clinton with a 1st and goal on the 8-yard line. Now remember, Garrett Cornell not in the game now. This is Owen Oxter. He'll gain a couple to the 6. To make it 2nd down and goal. Well, that's just a great defensive play in the end zone right there by Mike Young. And this is one of the freshmen that's playing so much for Perkins and really making an impact. Just jumping in front of Webb and knocking that ball to the ground incomplete. It would make it 3rd down and goal. Now, with Garrett Cornell out, somebody needs to step up and really be the guy. Cam Gillum not able to find anyone. Try and keep him out of the end zone. Not going to happen, and the Redskins are first on the board. Once again, as Gillum fades to throw. And on our second look for Matthews Ford, you can see he's looking left, so he runs to the right, has some room. Then after the first hit, manages to keep his balance and dive into the end zone. The first 6 points of the game. And watch the extra point right here. That's what's called a boink. Off the upright, and knowing how old those goalposts are at Strobel, I'm glad it withstood the furor of that hit and still stands. Lamar Everett on the return with Port Clinton leading 6-0 on our Civista Bank scoreboard, and the Pirates will start from their 29-yard line. And here goes Colin Nemitz. Gain of 37 yards all the way down to the Port Clinton 35-yard line. Pickup of 37, as we mentioned, and another look at Nemitz again slamming into that hole opened up by that offensive line. And then the rest is how much can he do and how much can he outrun. Josh Hurst, you can see, going after the ball as he makes the tackle. Nemitz holding on, and the Pirates set up on the Port Clinton 35. But again, the turnover bug is going to hit. Anthony Ackerman in the right place at the right time to dive on top of that loose ball, and a promising drive for the Pirates is turned away. And our second look, Matthews Ford, you can see a hit put on right in here, which knocks the football away. And credit Owen Oxter with forcing the fumble. And now Port Clinton starts on their own 29 with a 6-0 lead, and time running down in the first quarter. Josh Hurst for just a yard on the final play of the quarter. And when the second quarter begins, it'll be 2nd down and 9 for PC from their 30-yard line when we continue on our North Coast Game of the Week with Port Clinton holding a 6-0 lead after one. The second quarter is brought to you by Groff Funeral Homes and Crematory, East Perkins Avenue in Sandusky. Groff Funeral Homes and Crematory with our second quarter, in addition to Paddle and Climb in downtown Sandusky. I've heard rumors, aren't they like world famous? Yeah, they are. They're world famous. So it's not just me that's heard that. Here's Cam Gillum to toss long downfield. overthrowing his intended receiver, Cassius Jackson. And this time going for the whole barrel of beans, but again incomplete. Again, you kind of tend to change things a little bit when you don't have your main man in the backfield, who's, of course, Garrett Cornell. So it brings a punt from Adam Turbin, and that one bounces the wrong way, and Perkins gets to start it on their 43-yard line. Special thanks going out to these community-minded sponsors of the Game of the Week.
This is Signs of Good Business. Keep it local. Brady Signs. Toft Funeral Home and Crematory. Stephen J. Toft, owner. S&H Blinds and Floors. Wendy's. The Crimus Company. Asphalt, Concrete, and Excavation. Pizza House West.
Perkins holding on to the ball from their own 43-yard line, and the Port Clinton defense ready that time for Nemitz and tossing him for a 1-yard loss. Let's see a flag go down on the background there and laying on the ground, which would be a holding call against the Pirates, which would mark this one back to their 33 and bring up a 2nd down and 20. So yeah, we talk about the high-powered offenses here. Only score of the game is when Port Clinton got a turnover on the Perkins 8-yard line. Beyond that, the defenses on both sides have stood tall. It's a 3rd and 18 and a screen pass that is totally busted up by Port Clinton. Look at Jackson Tom, who's back on the field this week for Perkins, and happy to be there, we know. Thanks to these community-minded sponsors for their support of the Game of the Week. It's Matthews Ford, Toft Funeral Home and Crematory, Hermes Parker Concrete, Noble Axes, Payne Nichols and Company, Sandusky Steel and Supply, Steinem and Hafner Insurance, Venerucci with the punt, which will roll out of bounds. 25-yard line is where Port Clinton starts on 1st down, and here comes your quarterback, Cam Gillum. Running out of bounds with a 15-yard gain out to the 40-yard line. Gillum to the sidelines again, and then the flag thrown for the extra push out of bounds. The biggest thing here was, and we'll watch on our second look for Matthews Ford, Gillum is basically giving himself up and running out of bounds. So the extra push is the call right here. And you can see he was already out of bounds when he got that shove, and that's a pretty easy call for the official. But 1st and 10 on the Perkins 44 as Tyler Webb goes to work. And Olin Winston, I'm sorry, that's Weston Sturzinger who comes up for the stop, but a holding call also on PC will drop them back a little bit further. Wow, how's that for a hit for Lamar Everett? Woo. Incomplete pass on the 1st and 21. Defensive backs love it when they get this kind of a look at a shot at a wide receiver. Watch this. Boom! Textbook stuff. Shoulder first, wrap the arms up, and down goes Josh Hurst. That's the way you teach tackling, and Lamar Everett doing a job right there. 2nd down and 21 for the Redskins. Long ball. That's Weston Sturzinger right there breaking up what could have been a long pass completion to Tyler Webb. Almost a miraculous catch right here. Webb with some pretty certain hands when he puts his 10 fingers around it with watch Sturzinger come in just as the ball arrives. Boop. Again, that's another one of the freshmen playing for Perkins in that defense, doing a job. On 3rd and 21, Gillum in all sorts of problems. Finally, it's just make the most you can and take your losses. Gain of 3, it's 4th down and 18. And the Redskins will punt it away again. This time it'll roll out of bounds near the 15-yard line. And that's where Perkins will start yet another drive. 7:52 to go in the first half. It's Nemitz for 3. And Nemitz for 5. Well, that brings up a 3rd down and 2. Nemitz trying to find some room. Yarborough kind of slowed him up a little bit, as did Ackerman, and then Oxter finished him off. So a 3rd down and 2 out on the 23-yard line, and a very makeable situation for the Pirates. Discussion on the Pirate sideline as to how exactly they want to convert this 3rd down attempt. Plenty for the first down, but that official warming that right arm up again is going to make it another holding call against the Pirates. And this brings us back to a situation in the first game these two played this year where Logan Lesh was on the run and went all the way back into the end zone where they tackled him for a safety. Watch this play on 3rd and 13 from the 12-yard line. First of all, we're going to take a look at what would have been the first down run. And the holding call just before the tackle made on Nemitz. So now back on the 13-yard line. Watch Lesh. Broken play. He's on the run. Almost in the end zone. They're going to mark forward progress at the 1 as Adam Turbin chased him down. We'll take another look once again as Lesh is waving for somebody to come in motion, then turns to hand the ball off. Oop, nobody home. And here comes Turbin. Fortunate for the Pirates that forward progress got marked at the 1, but now Port Clinton will come up with good field position. As you see, after the first punt that got muffed by the Pirates, Coach Santoro elected not to put anybody back for punts anymore. Wherever they punt the ball to, that's where Perkins is going to start out. This time, the Redskins get to start on the Perkins 42-yard line. And just by the shirt tail, Nolan Winston hanging on. Second down and 4 on the 36. Oxter. That's a first down carry. Or this will be a first down to wide receiver Hurst, picking up 6 down to the 28-yard line, where it would be first down and 10. Tyler Webb slips one tackle. Not going to get away from Jackson Tom, but he is all the way down to the 1-yard line on a pickup of 27 yards. Garrett Cornell, injury or no injury, he's got enough to chug it into the end zone. This is one that was, I thought he was across. We're calling a touchdown on the radio. Then all of a sudden the officials went, wait a minute, hold on. And then they decided to call it a touchdown. And Garrett's like, thank God, because I don't want to do this again. My leg hurts. Watch Cornell disappear amongst the bodies right in here, but it's right at that point I thought he was across. They wait and see till they unpile him as to where that football is. And he is unquestionably in the end zone for 6. And you can see him holding his hands out like, well, you're going to make the call? Look where I am. And he just wants a break. Leave me alone. Let me stay down here. This is your Red Zone Replay, brought to you by Restore Pro, Disaster Cleanup and Restoration. Again, this was set up by Perkins giving Port Clinton great field position after having a punt from their 1-yard line. So you've got a turnover that set up one score, and then this one, where they got great field position. Starting on the Perkins side of midfield. Andrew Hansen for the extra point. This one just hugs inside that left upright, and the Redskins have a 13-0 lead with 3 minutes left before halftime. Nemitz on the return. I wasn't down. What'd you blow the whistle for? Perkins starting from their 25. There's 3 yards for Colin. +4 makes it a 3rd down and 3. Out of the Wildcat formation, Nemitz running for a 1st down out to the 38-yard line where Logan Lesh comes back on. Now, of course, you're battling the clock here, too, winding down in the first half. Overthrowing, Jaden Rowe with the wind. 2nd down and 10. Nemitz. Well, you could hear everybody yelling face mask, and that was a pretty easy call as well. Everybody in agreement, and you'll get a good look right here on our second look for Matthews Ford as he's going to the ground right here. So in addition to the gain by Nemitz, there'll be 15 more on the face mask call, and it's now to the Port Clinton 41-yard line where Perkins goes on 1st down number 4 the first half. Logan Lesh being flushed out and out of bounds after an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down and 2 at the 33-yard line. And this is just Jaden Rowe at his finest. He's big enough to win those jump balls and the one-on-ones. And it's interesting because all night long, I mean, Tyler Webb won a matchup earlier tonight. This time it's Jaden's turn. And, you know, when you've got a great defender hanging all over you, this is not an easy catch to make. We'll get a great second look here for Matthews Ford on the fake to Nemitz. And Lesh getting time to set and wing it. And watch this. A lot of jostling going on, but still Rowe able to grab it. Webb's like, I had a hand on it. Like, man, what am I supposed to do? That's just 2 good athletes going at it, and that time Rowe won the battle for a 33-yard touchdown, and the Pirates are on the board as we give you our Facebook Play of the Game, brought to you by Civista Bank. You didn't believe it the first 2 times, and take another look, and if you missed Tyler Webb's reaction, watch, because he had a hand in here on the football. There it is. Oh, come on. So John Normington Slay trying to tack one on here for the Pirates. That would get them back to within 6 as we look at our Facebook Play of the Game, sponsored as always by Civista Bank. Out on the hold of Sam Odo. The Pirates are within 6. As you can see the scoreboard clock in the background, only 25 seconds left before halftime. And the Campbell Street Crazies now having some fun again. How Jane would appreciate that. I don't know. Inside the 20 is where Port Clinton would start, and just basically get a run by Cornell. Sam Sturzinger there on the stop. Make it second down and 7, but that would pretty much do it for the first half. Third quarter coming up next, as it is into the fall fields of Perkins Township once again. Ehovie Career Center in Milan with vocational education for Erie, Huron, and Ottawa counties. They bring you our third quarter on our North Coast Game of the Week with Port Clinton holding a lead of 13-7, but Perkins gets the ball first in the second half. And a pretty even first half. 5 first downs for Perkins, 7 for PC. 21 plays for Perkins, 30 for Port Clinton. Pirates with 125 yards of offense to Port Clinton's 151. Logan Lesh handing the ball off after the first one simply was a wildcat. Now third down and 4. Pirates on their own 44-yard line to start the second half. Sophomore quarterback Logan Lesh. Ball knocked down by Anthony Aukerman to make it a fourth down, and Venerucci to kick it away. It's certainly one where the Pirates are trying to build on their momentum of the first half. And that final drive they had where they put it in the end zone, getting the first chance in the second half. The score takes the lead, but not to be. Cam Gillum that time dropped for a 3-yard loss, which would make it second down and 13, and Nolan Winston is pumped. Either that's a quarterback draw or a broken play, but Winston was all over it either way. Evan Witter, who covered the fumble earlier in the game, there to make sure. Nolan waving to the sideline. Put that in the stat book. Did you see it? I got the sack. Second down and 13. Here's your pancake play of the game, which is brought to you by Sandusky Bay Pancake House. Gillum. Nope. Flat like a pancake. Hello. It's your pancake play of the game for Sandusky Bay Pancake House with the best pancakes in the world. Look at that catch by Josh Hurst. I never knew it from the radio booth across the way until they actually held the football up. That's a 32-yard pickup. Nicely thrown ball. Great reception by Hurst. A look again for Matthews Ford. Gillum on the delivery with the time to do it. And look at this. Leaning forward as far as he can go and hauling that in. There's a reason why you set records, and that's a good look at one of the big reasons why. Hurst gaining just 2 on that one to make it second down and 8 on the Pirate 39. It's Adam Turbin resetting from right to left, and Garrett Cornell with 1 yard. It's third down and 7. Evan Witter digging in. The Pirates going to try and get a third down and 7 stop right here. That'll pretty much do it. Tyler Yingling there. Spencer Brown. Combining for a 1-yard loss. It's 4th and 8 on the 39. So the Redskins are going to try and put the Pirates down deep, and the catch made downfield by Aukerman at the 9. So Perkins goes on first down from there. Well, that means get out of trouble. Got to give it to Colin Nemitz. He'll gain 19 out to the 28-yard line.
Doesn't have to throw. All right, here we go.
Play fake to Nemitz. Jaden Rowe saying, "Did you see that?" And the officials with a flag on the ground says, yeah, I saw it. Pass interference being called against the Port Clinton defense right here. Webb pleading his case. But as usual, the officials just refuse to change their mind for some reason. Nemitz picks up 5 to make it 2nd and 5 out on the 48-yard line. Lesh this time going upstairs, or trying to, and he had all sorts of pressure on him and throws it by Caden Nixon to make it a 3rd down and 5 from their own 48. Caden Wire had room to make a catch, but Lesh under pressure again led him a little bit too far, and the Pirates have to punt it away again on 4th down and 5. Benarucci, as usual, with a good roll, but they can't quite keep it from going into the end zone. Oh my! Nolan Winston forces the fumble. It's covered before it goes out of bounds by Caden Wire. And the Pirates have a golden opportunity. It's the rush again by Winston right here. Gillum on our second look for Matthews Ford. Just getting ready to throw. Had the ball cocked. Hadn't brought the arm forward yet, so it is ruled a fumble now. It's a matter of, is it going out of bounds or not? And Wire able to fall on top of it inbounds before rolling out. And that gives the ball to the Pirates. And that is bringing the heat for Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated on Columbus Avenue in Sandusky. Can't bring the heat any better than this. It's kind of the definition right here. Off the play fake, Gillum. And this is a blindside hit, so Gillum really doesn't see it coming. Winston celebrating before Wire even got to the ball, but amazing that Caden was able to control that before going out of bounds. So the Pirates get it 1st down and 10. That's Bringing the Heat, brought to you by Gunlock Sheet Metal, heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration since 1889.
Carries the ball.
2nd down and goal at the 8. And he hit Rowe on that one-on-one again against Webb. And it is 3rd down and goal on the 8-yard line. And we talked before on these individual matchups where you got great one-on-one players going with each other. Sometimes one player wins, sometimes the other. Jaden Rose saying, "Hey, didn't you see any contact there?" And 3rd down and goal on the 8. And the Pirates calling a timeout just before a delay of game penalty would have been assessed. You hate using timeouts in those situations, but sometimes you have to. Special thanks to the following folks for supporting the North Coast Game of the Week.
Signs of good business. Keep it local. Crush Wine Bar. Noble Axes. Axe Throwing. Dockside Cafe. And Pier Pub Bar and Grill.
Peekaboo. I see you. I know who's back there. Come out wherever you are. Yep. Yep. She knows she's being watched. Stealth becomes stealthy. Well, the turnover bug strikes again. Owen Oxter on the loose ball for Port Clinton, and they have turned back another Pirate drive. Pirates with a golden opportunity here to take the lead. But there, the ball is out before Nemitz hits the ground. The official now, okay, break it up, it's Port Clinton ball. And Oxter will start from deep at their own end of the field from the 4-yard line. Again, after getting injured back in the first half, Garrett Cornell is kind of in and out of the lineup at this point. This being one of the in points. But they're going to go to the airwaves anyway, and just off the hands of Ackerman and incomplete. So it'd be 3rd down and 9 from their own 5-yard line. Weston Sturzinger on the coverage of Tyler Webb. And now 4th down. Adam Turbin, those feet just about a yard inside the goal line. Of course, if he would happen to step outside the end zone for any reason with the ball, that would be a safety. Perkins starts with great field position here on the Port Clinton 38. Pick up a 4 to make it 2nd down and 6. And a false start right there, which makes this 3rd down and 11 back on the 39-yard line. Alan Nemitz picks up a chunk of it. But not enough. It's 4th down and 4 on the Port Clinton 32. 4-down territory. And there's the man on the spot, Wyatt Nemitz. One of the smallest targets on the field, but he picks up the 1st down and sets up Nemitz for a 6-yard pickup down to the 19. That's enough for Colin right there for a 1st down at the 15-yard line of PC. Nemitz again for 3. See Nemitz here in the Wildcat. But before that, we thank a few folks for supporting the North Coast Game of the Week. J Bistro in downtown Sandusky. Gnome's Podiatric Medicine and Surgery. Good Time Lake Erie Cruises. UBS Financial Services. Cook Aluminum. BGSU Firelands College. That was an almost interception in the end zone by Tyler Webb. Watch how close this was once again on a 2nd down and 7. Never could quite complete the whole thing. Grabs onto the helmet. It's like, darn it. And it would have been huge because on the final play of the 3rd quarter, Colin Nemitz will find the end zone. And that touchdown run covering 12 yards will tie the game at 13-13. And remember, Perkins has never led in this football game. Port Clinton scoring the first 13, and the Pirates coming back with the next 13. Another look at that 12-yard touchdown jaunt by Nemitz. Sustains a blow at the 5 and takes it the rest of the way. Celebration in the end zone with Caden Gentry. And now, your Red Zone replay, brought to you by Restore Pro, Disaster Cleanup and Restoration. That's a hit right there that many backs would go down on. Not Colin Nemitz. Takes it 5 more into the end zone to tie the game on your Red Zone replay, brought to you by Restore Pro. This is the one on the last play of the third quarter that puts the Pirates in the lead by 1. Tell me you don't recognize this kind of a fall scene throughout Northern Ohio. Our fourth quarter is up next, brought to you by Precision Body and Frame. How many of you can identify where that shot was taken? I can. Here's the Campbell Street Crazies now celebrating a Perkins lead on our Civista Bank scoreboard. John Normington Slay on the ensuing kickoff. Returned by Cassius Jackson out to the 33. Where now Port Clinton plays for the first time from a deficit. Tyler Webb dragged down after a 7-yard gain. It'll be second down and 3 out on the 40. And Jalen Santori, you can kind of read the thoughts in his mind like, that's too many yards. Special thanks to the following businesses for their support of the North Coast Game of the Week. Snap almost mishandled by Gillum, and he turns it into a 7-yard pickup for a first down out to the Redskin 47-yard line. This is Deegan Myers. Carries for a yard to make it second down and 9 as the Redskins try different various combinations without Cornell being at 100%. In and out of the arms of Josh Hurst right there. He made a valiant attempt at it. Third down and 9. And now a punting situation for the Redskins as the Pirates get it back now, protecting a 1-point lead. Perkins will start on their own 24-yard line. 8 yards for Nemitz. Followed by 14 yards from Nemitz. And right there is where Nemitz makes it 2 running backs in the game, 1 for each side that go down. You could see him hobbling right after that cut. It's like, uh-oh. That didn't feel good. And now Nemitz being helped to the bench. And the Pirates go to work with Lamar Everett, who loses a yard to make it second down and 11. Good second effort that time by Everett, breaking the original impact and gaining 6 to make it 3rd and 5 on the Port Clinton 49-yard line. Watch the effort again here by Lamar Everett on our second look for Matthews Ford. The hit looks like it actually came behind the line of scrimmage, but he ran through it and picks up 6 valuable yards before Oxter gets him down. 3rd and 5 on the PC 49. Lesh going upstairs on this one, throwing on the run, and probably would have been better off to hang on to that ball as, again, this turnover bug has turned from a bug into a disease for the Pirates. Instead of holding onto the ball to protect that lead, now the defense is going to have to come onto the field. Cassius Jackson coming up with a key defensive play for PC. They take over on their 41-yard line. Garrett Cornell for a couple. And on talking with Coach Carmen after the game, you love the senior leadership of a kid like Garrett Cornell who said, yeah, my knee hurts, Coach, but don't take me out of the game. It's a pass interference call against the Pirates, which will mark off 15. And we'll take another look here for Matthews Ford, and you be the referee on this one. One of the biggest things in is Everett never looked back to find the ball and ran into Josh Hurst in doing so. And that's the pass interference call. First and 10 on the Perkins 42, and there's Tyler Webb. He'll pick up 9 to the 33. I tell you what, this is just great awareness by Gillum. Takes what could have been disaster and turns it into an 8-yard gain. Down to the 25-yard line where Port Clinton has another first down. Gillum for 3. Gillum has become the go-to guy now, running the football for Port Clinton in this game. It's 3rd and 5 on the Pirate 20, and a very key drive right here with Perkins protecting a 1-point lead. Little quarterback draw. Good for 8 yards, and they're now down to the Pirate 12-yard line with another first down. That's Dagan Myers for a couple. 2nd down and 8 on the 10. Gillum weaving his way through traffic for 6 yards down to the 4-yard line where it's 3rd down and 2. Injured as he might be, Cornell still running the football. Just shy of a first down. It'll be 4th down and goal by that, or not goal, but 4th down. And that much to go for a first down, just inches. Port Clinton saying first down, Perkins saying we got the ball. But it is a Port Clinton first down, just inches away from the goal line. Watch once again and see where this ball comes out for Matthews Ford. Down and out. So you could see the quarterback fall to the ground still with the football, and at that point the play is dead. So it's first down and goal at the 1, and Port Clinton a yard away from taking the lead back in this game. And there is Garrett Cornell. And you can see the red out in the background with all of them jumping up and down, rejoicing in the lead. You got to admire a kid like Garrett Cornell, not 100%, dealing with a knee issue now. Still comes in, gets the game-winning score now in the attempt for 2. Gillum saved by Sam Sterzinger. So it remains 19-14, and that adds to a chilly night with a little bit of precipitation falling. 2:40 left to go in the game, and Perkins has one last chance right here. But remember, Colin Nemitz had gone out of the game injured last time Perkins was on offense. Now they start from their 25 on 1st and 10, and look who's back on the field. Let's see how he does with that leg injury. And it's right about here that you're thinking, well, that leg looks absolutely fine. And Nemitz is out there with a 12-yard gain, so that has the Pirates' hopes up. As he goes out there and gains a dozen right off the bat on his first carry since going down. Well, 1st down and 10 out on the 37-yard line. The only problem with this is if Nemitz doesn't get long gains now, the clock becomes the issue. Boy, that was close. Boy, that was so close. Jaden Rowe almost made a miraculous over the shoulders behind him catch. Nemitz will gain 6. Just enough for a 1st down out at the 47-yard line. So a drive that the Pirates have to have continues. But this one really hurts on the sack because the Pirates have to take a timeout, and it would be their last timeout. 2nd down and 16 on their own 41. Now you almost have to go upstairs because the clock is way too much of a factor here in the last minute of play. 3rd and 16 turns into 3rd and 21 on a delay of game penalty. Now what you got to be thinking here is get about half of it back. Don't go for it all. And it was there for Drake Venerucci, but he couldn't wrap it up, which is unusual in its own right. So it'd be 4th and 21, and the whole game comes down to this. And you can see from the emotions of the Pirates that they know that this is the game. Tyler Webb on the big breakup, and now Port Clinton can just take a knee and begin their celebration. And you stop to think of what a great year it has been for these Perkins Pirates, especially when you consider they were picked to finish last this year in the SBC Lake Division. And look at what they accomplished. Week 13 is where it all comes to an end. But what a great year it is, and congratulations to all of the Perkins Pirates fans, players, coaches, everybody to do with Perkins football for a wonderful 2021 that is not going to soon be forgotten. That's your North Coast Game of the Week. Thanks for joining us.